What it do, man? What it do? What it do? What it do? It's your boy Big Cal. Tap in with your boy Big Cal. Tap in with your boy, man. I'm gonna turn this bright down. I'm gonna turn these lights up. Tap in with your boy, man. Turn these lights on a bit. Time to get to it. Time to have these tough discussions. Time to put these situations in their proper perspective of what's going on in America, especially with, like I said, a lot of trauma, a lot of issues from the black community, mental health, a lot of excuses being made. You know, TNP, man. Ain't gonna lie, this one's gonna be a rough topic right here. It's gonna be a real rough topic right here. Getting at this one and discussing this one. The situation, man, is tragic. Tragic tragedy that occurred in Kansas City, Missouri. Man, this is what's got to go in on this.
This is breaking news from KMBC 9.
We begin with breaking news. A Kansas City firefighter-paramedic is dead after being stabbed in the line of duty. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Jackson Kurtz. Graham Hoffman was just 29 years old. He'd been with KCFD for about 3 years. Kansas City, Missouri police arrested the suspect, Shanetta Bazell. She faces several charges, including first-degree murder and armed criminal action. It happened after firefighters went to the area of North Oak Trafficway and Highway 152 around 1 a.m. this morning to respond to a medical call.
Hit that like button. Hit that like button.
Say she stabbed Hoffman in the chest.
Hit that like button, man. We got to go in on this situation, man. I ain't gonna say, man, I'm perturbed by situations like this. This shit right here is pissing me the hell off, man. Stuff like this just pisses me the hell off, man. Just being 100% honest. Man, like, we got to talk about this.
Piercing his
Hit
heart.
that like button.
Police arrested Bazell and EMS took Hoffman to North Kansas City Hospital. He died this afternoon. Earlier today, KCPD and KCFD led a procession from North Kansas City Hospital to the medical examiner's office in Kansas City, Kansas. There was a full escort with officers and motorcycles and ambulances. After this, the Clay County Prosecutor's Office held a press conference to update people on the situation. KMBC 9's Jerissa White was there and joins us now live tonight. Jerissa, so much more information. What more do we know about the suspect?
Man, just senseless, dude. Just like the Carmelo Anthony situation and the kid out there in Texas, Frisco, Texas. Forgot his name, man. Last name. What was that kid in Texas name? Austin Metcalf. Austin Metcalf, man. It's crazy for them to pass in similar situations like this, man. All this and this racial undertone and stuff, man. I'm telling you. They're going to set it off in here, man. They're going to set it off in America, man. Some of the ignorant bullshit that people of my persuasion type, man, the stuff we tend to do, man, we're going to set it off in this motherfucker. For real. And we not prepared, dude. Like some of the shit like this, why does a man have to die due to your mental health? You know? Due to the things that you lack in life, why does a man have to lose his life because you're lacking in the mental health category? Make this make sense, dude. Like, I'm just the realest of the real, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it is, man. It's fucking terrible, dude. Like, it's fucking terrible, dude. It's like, I don't have no excuses for this shit, bro. Like, I'm one of the main ones that speak out. You know, a lot of black folks, we circle the wagon on bullshit, bro. Like, I'm just keeping it 100, man. Like, I don't get paid to, and then talking like this, they call me a hater. They call me a coon. My own fucking, type of people. But I don't get along with them, so I don't give a fuck. I moved to Colorado to get the fuck from North Carolina. I'm from North Carolina originally, so I'm from the South, so I understand. I understand how it is when you're in a concentration with a lot of black folks together, and I understand the ignorance that comes from that. And I don't got no qualms with keep it in 100 and tell them the fucking truth. I don't gotta lie about that shit. Black folks, ghetto ignorant black folks, love to circle the wagon and act like there's not an issue that's plaguing the black community in America. And that shit is getting old. That's why I moved somewhere where there's not a lot of black folks. So I don't gotta deal with that shit. Just being real, man. But this is some ignorant, senseless bullshit, man. Like I said, this is crazy. They passed the same way like Austin Metcalf, getting stabbed in the heart doing your job, trying to help this lady. The situation was just wild. They said they found her with a bleeding, walking around on the highway. Somebody, I guess someone called the EMS or the safety to help the lady. She was bleeding. She didn't want to get help, and she got into the EMS. Apparently, she was concealing a knife somewhere. She went crazy, stabbed herself. Stabbed the EMS worker, the firefighter, paramedic. So I'm gonna let them, like I said, I'm gonna play these videos and get to it, man. But dude, I'm gonna go in on this shit, bro, because I'm sick of this shit, dog. I'm sick of fucking shitty ass black people making other black folks look bad, dude.
Yeah, Jackson. Well, we've since learned more details since that press conference. We learned the suspect's name, and we learned her lengthy criminal rap sheet. And now the only question remains is how did a routine transport turn deadly? Police tell us around 1 a.m. KCPD and KCFD was dispatched.
Dispatch, send someone that way for Meg 14.
They tell us that they arrived on scene and saw a woman we now know as Shanita Basel, pictured here, walking on the shoulder of Highway 152 near Oak Trafficway. She had a laceration to her finger. While being transported, things turned deadly. In a press conference by the Clay County Prosecutor's Office, they detail the turn of events.
Our office will use all legal, moral, and ethical tools at our disposal to ensure justice for Graham, his family, and our entire community.
They say the ambulance they were following behind pulled over to the side of the road. Officers say they witnessed a struggle between Basel and KCFD paramedic Graham Hoffman. Officers called for more assistance.
Medic 14 has a crew member that's been stabbed.
After realizing Graham had been stabbed in the chest during the struggle.
Life-saving efforts were performed in the emergency room, and he was placed in the ICU, where he later succumbed to his injuries.
Now the question remains how a routine transport turned fatal.
This is something totally new for the fire department to have this sort of violent act.
I'm going to break it down as to why a lot of black folks have mental health issues. I'm going to break this shit all the way down. Just my opinion and what I feel like, just from my own personal insight and what I've seen. Like, I don't know this woman, but I would almost guarantee she has kids. Let me start there. I almost guarantee she has kids. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could do it. I'm gonna do a more thorough investigation on her background and shit like that. They already said she has a lengthy criminal history, but I would be willing to guarantee this is a baby mama ass bitch. You know what I'm saying? And then TNP, man, hit that like button, subscribe. You know, we talk it real, we keep it flipping, we keep it straight up. I would be willing to guarantee this is a loser ass bitch. You know what I'm saying? A woman that probably trusted a lot of men, you know, been put through the ringer, probably has multiple baby fathers, a whole bunch of kids, probably at least about three or four kids, probably, in my opinion. Crazy bitch. You know what I'm saying? They got all these mental health issues, but that mental health does never stop them from fucking. Think about that. All these bitches claim to have mental health issues, all this shit going on wrong with them, but it never stops them from procreating, fucking, and having random bastardized children. Make that make sense. Make that make sense for me one time, for the one time. They have all these fucking mental health trauma issues, crying about this, crying about that. Got all these excuses as to why they should be able to do and live the way in which they do, a degenerate lifestyle. But why the fuck would you bring all these kids and have all these baby daddies and baby mamas and all this shit like that? That's normally the telltale sign of these people. And I feel like that's having all these different type of spirits. That's what messes them up mentally. And having all these men that don't care about them, only look at them as fuck sticks and places to get their rocks off. You know, like I said, and that is traumatizing mentally, where the world treats you like shit. You know what I'm saying? Men need to step up. They do. A lot of men do need to step up and be leaders. You know what I'm saying? As far as take care of these women. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, a lot of men, they don't. If a woman doesn't value herself, why would a man do it? You gotta think like that. If she's out here busting her pussy down, giving it to everybody, having all these babies and shit like that, which I would be willing to bet this woman has kids. You know, out here living this type of lifestyle, I'd be willing to bet this woman has kids, dude, with multiple men, just like most of these women do out here. Man, mentally, that is gonna destroy you mentally. Like mentally, you're not gonna be whole if you have out here stretching yourself this way, that way. This is my experience looking at some of the women that have mental issues and trauma. They have deep-seated abandonment issues, trauma with their family, trauma with men. You know, they losers in love. They don't never have nobody stand up for them ever. You know what I'm saying? Like that's, and then that's why they live these lifestyles where they don't care about nothing. You know what I'm saying? They constantly in trouble with the law. So now that's, you know, putting you in a segment of society that where you're impoverished more than likely. You're not able to get out of a hole of debt and live a you know, a quality life because you fucked up and got all these damn charges, being crazy, probably stealing, all type of just shit. Like I said, shit that don't even make no rhyme or reason, man.
Not uncommon to have a patient maybe be unruly. It's understandable. Sometimes things are going on. But to have something to this extent is, I've never seen anything like it.
Now, the Clay County Prosecutor's Office says that Shanita Basel is being held on a $1 million bond. Reporting live in Liberty, Darissa White, KBC 9 News.
All right, Darissa, thank you. And as Darissa mentioned, this is not Basil's first run-in with the law. She was charged just last week in connection with allegedly attacking an off-duty officer. The officer said he attempted to detain Basil, who allegedly resisted, grabbed his handcuffs, and tried multiple times to reach for a knife attached to his chest, to his vest. While attempting to call for help on his police radio, the officer reported that Basil bit his left forearm and refused to let go.
This is a crazy bitch.
This is a Fox 4 breaking news report.
Today, I'm focused on grieving for his mother, his father, his sibling, his family, and everyone in the KCFD family.
First here at 10, the Kansas City Fire Department is mourning the loss of a paramedic firefighter who died in the line of duty.
Tell you, bro, this is why a lot of folks do not fuck with black people in America, man. This is why when you look online, see all the comment section lit up with all type of racial, you know, jargon and viewpoints, man. And I'm not mad at it, honestly, like, because like I said, as a black person, I'm fed up. So it's like I can only assume just the mindset of white folks, because and a lot of times that their thinking points kind of align with myself, and that's how you know we're in a toxic culture, because a lot of the viewpoints or the thinking points of another race actually align more so with me than it does my own race. So it's like, and it's common sense stuff, you know, it's stuff that's it's just not, it's not off the wall, it's not, you know, far-fetched, it's common freaking sense. Like, this man didn't deserve to die, you know. This man did not deserve to die just doing his job, trying to help this young lady. You know what I'm saying? It's one of the most noble acts you can do. He's out here dealing with you. You got blood hanging from your finger, you know, due to whatever, probably self-inflicted, of course. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, and they got to deal with you bleeding on them. You know, just woman biting cops. It's like, what kind of culture do we have in America? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not, it's out of the realm or out of the ordinary for a lot of black folks just to live like turbulent lives. And it's like, we just, like you said, it's just a lot of women, a lot of folks, they're just big babies, man. A lot of people in the black community is big babies, and they look at white folks like they're gods. You know what I'm saying? Like, just it's just crazy. Like, they look at them like they're the problem or they're the cause of all their problems. Like, they just have a natural anger and disgust toward white folks instead of just building up their lives and separating. Like, this is my thing. If you have such an issue, like, I mean, I guess they did ask her if she needed help, but it's like, man, why do you turn your issues onto other people? Like, your self-hatred, your self-loathing, your debauchery, degeneracy, you're just, you know, your horrible, degenerate life. Why does that make you want to lash out on at other people? You know what I'm saying? Like, if not, why don't you hurt yourself? Like, I know she playing around cutting her finger, like, just end it. You know what I'm saying? Like, before you want to harm a innocent man that just trying to help you and do his job, man, in your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not needed. Like, a lot of these black folks out here in America, they're not needed, man. Like, real talk, they're in the way, they're displacing their anger toward each other or toward other people. You know what I'm saying? Like like I said, most of the time it ain't no white man or just like the Austin Metcalf. White people ain't. They're not the main target of black, violence. Let's be real. Like stuff like this is an outlier, but at the same time, it shouldn't be happening. You know what I'm saying? Like the biggest thing is black on black violence. Like, that's one of the biggest things in America that plagues black folks, black on black violence. This woman, and they normally turn on each other. It ain't gonna be situations like this happening too much, or it's probably gonna be a big issue. It's just the fact that he got stabbed in the heart, similar to Austin Metcalf. It just sets it off. Like it's too many. It's just too ironic. Like too many coincidences. Too much shit. Like people ain't gonna try to. People aren't willing to deal with this. Continue to deal with how black folks operate in America. Like feel like they got so many excuses as to why they can do things, and racism is every excuse as to our problems that plague the black community. Is always we gotta point the finger at racism as to why we're losing or why we're in fucked up situations out here. It's wild, man. Hit that like button for me. Hit that like button. But yeah, man. Me personally, like I said, I hate black culture. This is being real. Like I'm gonna give you insight into how it is being a black man in America. I'm real. I'm a realist. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a person that's gonna sugarcoat shit. I'm gonna give my straight up opinion. And a lot of black culture, especially like I said, the degenerate black culture, I hate that shit. I hate that shit worse than I hate white supremacy or racism. You know what I'm saying? Like racism, I bring on racism compared to dealing with this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather deal with racism than deal with genocide amongst our own kind, self-hatred amongst our own kind, black on black crime and violence, gun violence amongst our own crime. I would rather face a a bigger foe than have to face this. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause it's the same old song. It's the same old song, man, and we all getting tired of this shit. How we go from patient freaking out to racism. No, I'm just saying in general. I would rather deal with that than deal with black culture, man. Because that's basically what I'm getting at. I'm breaking it down, man. It just pisses me off, dude. Like I swear, it pisses me off. Just because, like I said, this is what we blame. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of black folks, they blame racism for all their problems. They blame racism for why they got mental health, why they impoverished. It's just excuses, man. Excuses in the blame game. I'm just sick of this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, me in general, I would rather face anything else than face my own kind. You know what I'm saying? And that's not even a big deal with me. Racism is not a big deal with me in America in 2025. Like my biggest issue, why I moved to Colorado and why I don't even like being around my own kind, is black on black violence. Black on black violence, black degeneracy, fucking losers with mental health, can't deal with their emotions, don't know how to control their impulse control, have no impulse control ability. I'm just saying, I'd rather deal with anything else than deal with my own kind. That's all I'm saying. But not to say that's a big issue, because it's not. But I would rather deal with any other thing than deal with my own people. And that's just a damn shame. It's being real. Like, bring on the fucking whatever the black folks try to say is the issue, which it ain't. Like, racism is not an issue in America, man. Like, black on black violence is an issue in America. Not having accountability, broken homes, broken families, women out here having all these damn bastardized kids, getting all these soul ties with niggas and wondering why they going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Wondering why they have mental issues. Because you're not living a righteous life. You're living an ungodly life. And then wonder why you fucked up mentally. I hope they throw the book at this woman. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, look at Memphis, man. Look at all these places where black folks congregate, man. It's like nothing but negativity.
Today, 29-year-old Graham Hoffman was stabbed by a patient while working a routine call early this morning. Thank you for joining us here on Fox 4 News at 10. I'm Shannon Brousseau. Hoffman died from his injuries this afternoon. Fox 4's Lexi French joins us live now at North Kansas City Hospital. Lexi, charges have been filed against the patient accused of stabbing him. Is that right?
Yeah, Shannon, that's right. And KCFD officials describe Graham Hoffman as somebody who loved life and serving his community. He served with KCFD for 3 years. Now, Shanita Basel faces multiple charges, including first-degree murder, armed criminal action, assault, and resisting arrest in connection with the killing of 29-year-old Graham Hoffman.
Look at this crazy ass bitch missing a chunk of fucking hair out the side of her head. Look at this crazy ass bitch, bro. This type of bitch, if I seen in a store, I want to walk on the other side of the goddamn. If I seen that bitch walking down the sidewalk, I would want to move the fuck over. Look at this crazy sadistic ass bitch, bro. Like, what could have possessed her to want to harm somebody that ain't doing no harm to her? What you on drugs? You know what I'm saying? What you goddamn lost your kids to the system? Cause you out here being a whore, probably selling your pussy and shit. What the fuck is wrong with these motherfuckers, man? Got tattoos on you. At one point, you had to be a logical thinking person that, you know what I'm saying, a person that when does the mental health begin? That's what you would think, man. That's what you would think. Paramedics and firefighters should be off limits, man. They out here trying to help you. You know what I'm saying? These are civil service people, man, just trying to do their job and go home. You know what I'm saying? Like, they asked her, does she need help? You know, they said she denied it. Then she said, you know, okay, I was gonna take some help. They put her in the car ambulance, and she freaked out, stabbed the man, pulled a knife out, stabbed him. It's like, look at this bitch, bro. Like, look at this sadistic, freaky ass looking bitch, bro. Like, it's the same looking motherfuckers, dirty, dusty, bummy ass, loser motherfuckers who can't take accountability for their lives, so they want to lash out at others and cause hurt and harm and pain to other people, and let other people feel how they feel on the inside. They want to cause and inflict the same feeling of hurt that they feel on the inside, waking up and looking at it in the fucking mirror and knowing that everything they do is destitute. They're not educated. They don't want to educate themselves. They don't want to do the hard work in which to pull themselves up and better their lives. They just want to sit and muck in misery and bring other motherfuckers down. And that's what I know about the black community in general. For the majority, a lot of times, that's why, like I said, I moved the fuck away from North Carolina for that same fact. I stayed in North Carolina. I just can't stand black degeneracy, like, cause that's just like it's a fucking plague. Like, being honest, man. And I for one, I don't give a fuck what nobody thinks about me. I'm gonna tell it how I feel like. That's Kansas City, man. I'm from Dallas. We see the same shit too, bro. Yeah, man. I'm over in Colorado right now. I'm not too far from Kansas City. You know, I rode through Kansas City to get out here, but I'm from let's say I'm from the South. But I'm just saying in general, you know, Kansas City has a high population of you know, black folks as well, and it's crime ridden like a motherfucker, crime riddled like a motherfucker. Kansas City, St. Louis, you know, East St. Louis, Chicago. You know, it's just any place where it's high population of black folks. That's all I'm saying. It don't got to be the South. I'm just where I'm from. Any big city, it could be up north. It's mostly the East Coast though. Let's be real. East Coast, down south. Um, you know, majority of the West Coast don't really have a lot of black folks unless it's California or some shit. You know, out here there's not a lot of black folks in Colorado. It's laid back. We were there for a while. We're stuck back in Texas now, taking care of my wife's dad, but we're on our way back, hopefully. Man, yeah, man. Colorado's the shit, dude. I ain't gonna lie, man. Y'all hit that like button for your boy, man. Colorado's so chill, man. As far as crime wise, I love it. I love it. Like, I don't really go to venture to Denver, that uptown like that. You know, not too much. You know, a lot of the homeless kind of deal is kind of taking over downtown a little bit, but even that, man, I mean, it's not a lot of crime here, and that's just, it's not a lot of crime. It's not a high police presence.
Tour started.
It's not a lot of over policing, which I love. Love the hell out of that. You know, over policing, that shit get old after a while. Um, yeah, man, it's just a chill place to live, and that's why, like I said, I couldn't deal with down south no more, man. I could not deal with the degeneracy and the debauchery amongst my own kind. I couldn't deal with it, bro. I could not, and I refused. Like, that's not my fucking fault. You're come from a fucked up background. It's not my fault you didn't have no fucking dad. Like, it's not my fault. We're in Colorado Springs, man. Tattooing and smoking hella. Yes, sir. Hey, yes, sir. That's the nothing wrong with that at all, Brandon. That's the state flower. I'm in Houston. I've seen some bad shit here too. Yeah, man. I mean, the homeless factor is big, man. Like, the homeless shit is big, dog. Like, that's a big community of people that just, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, they've been fucked up for whatever reason. They got a lot of them probably, I'm sure, have abandonment issues, have family that probably get tired of this shit. They probably got drug issues, drug abuse issues. But whose fault is that? You know, like in American, or just in life, like in the human experience, whose fault? Where's the accountability? Whose fault is it that you chose to be addicted to drugs? That you chose to have all these soul ties with random men and have all these bastardized kids that's only gonna mess up your mental even worse. You know what I'm saying? You having all these kids with different men that don't love you and treat you like a piece of shit. How does that do for your mental? You know what I'm saying? Like, what does that do? It destroys a lot of women. Like, just the fact that having to deal with that mental mindset that nobody cares and loves for you. You know, look at this woman. Like, just look at her. Like, she looks like she's been through hell. You know what I'm saying? Like, just straight up, like she's been through hell and couldn't handle it. But these are choices. Like, as an adult, as a person in America, you got choices in this world, man. Like, you have choices. You can choose not to do drugs. You can choose not to be out here fucking and having kids and babies with random men. You can choose to get a job. You can choose to educate yourself. You can choose to do the work and go get some mental health or mental help. You know what I'm saying? Do the work mentally. Get some, like I said, get some help. Get a psychologist or somewhere to sit down and break down what's going on inside of you. You don't have to sit around in pain and use drugs as a coping mechanism to try to make it through life. You know, which a lot of folks use. You know, sniffing powder, cocaine, all that shit, man. Shooting up shit, sniffing heroin. Who the fuck knows, bro? Where do I got man respect for you and everything you're saying, bro? Appreciate it, man. Hit that like button and subscribe to TNP, man. Cause yeah, I gotta keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? That's how I live. I'm flipping with mine, bro. TNP, True Masculinity Podcast, Toxic Masculinity Podcast. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing this thing for about 2 years now, just keeping it hot. You know, I ain't about to sugarcoat nothing. Don't care how it feels or how anybody feels about it. I'm gonna tell it like it is. Cause that's all you got in this world is your truth, and just trying to tell it, just trying to charge it up to the game. You know, keep it real. You know, because sugarcoat shit, like I said, a lot of the black community loves to circle the wagon on degeneracy, dude. Like, she got me out of a pretty deep hole. And me and the boys having a father in their lives is a problem. It is. It is. Women too. Women too, man. Like, women too, man. Women need a lot of these folks. They need men. They need strong men figures, male figures in their lives and role models. I said, and a lot of these women don't grow up without it. You know, so they don't respect men. Like I said, they got this chip on their shoulder. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the world owes them something. Nobody owe you shit. You know, you owe yourself. Like, nobody gonna you don't think somebody's gonna pick you off the ground. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. But like, ain't nobody owe you that. Like, ain't nobody owe you. This world don't owe you no understanding. You owe yourself everything in this world. You know what I'm saying? Sit around and think the white man owe you this and motherfucking mad at the life and want to always blame racism on shit. Man, that's bullshit, bro. I don't want to hear that shit. Man, that shit disgusts me hearing folks talk like that. And with the Austin Metcalf, all this shit situation, man, this shit like this, it's like it's a black stain and a black eye for a lot of folks, man. Like I said, it makes us look like an out of control community, and it makes them look right. You know what I'm saying? It makes the majority look right in all opinion. Like, we are out of control. We are a violent bunch, especially toward our own. Self-inflicted gun, you know what I'm saying? Genocide through self-inflicted gun violence. That's rampant in the black community. You know, now we got these situations with stabbings. Like, now we got stabbings going crazy in the black community. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Like, that's why I said I don't trust my own kind. Just being real, I don't. I feel more comfortable around Hispanics out here in Colorado. I feel more comfortable around white folks out here in Colorado. Like, it just, you know what I'm saying? Just in general, because I know at least for the most part, they have something to lose. You know what I'm saying? Like, black folks, they live for materialism, drugs, hating, comparing their lives to others. I'm convinced it's some chemical, bro, for real. Something in the water, and then you kept poor, so you start drinking it. Yeah, hey, I agree with that. I do agree with you on that. Like, it's something, but at the same time, you got to be strong enough to deal with these external factors that may, you know, cause your chemical imbalance or whatever like that. You got to be able to be stronger than some, you know, spiritually stronger than some chemical. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause yeah, it's right versus wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, where's your moral compass? Well, you know this man didn't do no harm to you. Why are you trying to hurt him or harm him? Like, it's like a demon possessed this lady or something. You know, that's how I look at a lot of black folks when they just go demon. Now they say demon time. They pull the chop out, shoot up clubs, doing all type of crazy, stupid ass shit. Like I said, most white people, y'all really not the ones that are at the biggest risk. It's just sad that this shit pops up, and you know, these are the type of things that's gonna make headlines. Black versus white. You know, let's be real. This is the thing that's gonna make headlines. But the people that's really, really at risk is black folks. Like I said, I bet you she don't stab probably a black man before or did some shit like, you know what I'm saying? Don't been violent toward a black man. Like, I'm telling you, the biggest risk you have is black on black crime as a black person in America. Like, cause they don't value us, and we love to act like it's white people that's trying to fuck with us, but no, it's black people that causes trauma amongst black folks. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the reality. Like, Austin Metcalf and situations like this do not transpire at a high frequency. It's black versus black. You know what I'm saying? That's my issue more so than anything. Like we can talk about this because this is what's gonna make the headlines. You know, this innocent man got stabbed. This is what's gonna make the headlines. You know what I'm saying? Bro, have you thought about the way the rest of the world looks at us? Yeah, yeah. Sometimes I do, man. It's sickening to think about, but shit, it starts at home. Honestly, it starts at home. Like you said, with the fathers and just the family unit being together. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these women, they be out here on their own. You know, they be out here being renegades, not listening to their people, not listening to their fathers and their family. Then they get what they call it, ostracized, kicked the fuck out, estranged from their family. Now they out here on their own. Then they, probably pulling tricks with niggas, going through hell, doing drugs, abusing drugs, going through just a cycle of debauchery. I mean, it's a never ending cycle. Like it gotta start at home, and so having leaders to teach these young black men and women to value themselves and to have purpose in this world that's greater than themselves. Like I said, my folks are material coons as well in our community. You know what I'm saying? And that causes, in my opinion, if you worship money, let's say, all right, let's look at this. Because this is a big mental hold up to me, and I thought about this a while ago. A lot of black folks love money. They love European wealth. They love the money. You know what I'm saying? They worship dollars. They worship money. You know what I'm saying? We get race baited every day on the mainstream media for sure, for sure, for sure. But like I said, a lot of black folks worship money. Unfortunately, I don't know what it is and why a lot of black folks use money as a self-esteem booster or something that feel like they can value themselves, especially if it didn't come from any type of like security or consistency growing up. You know, they end up having a weird relationship with money where they almost worship it. So okay, so they already had this thing where they use money as a value or a equating mechanism to them, to their worth, to their self-worth. So it's tied to their self-worth. Money is. So boom, a lot of folks, and I call these people material coons too, man, because you can't unlock why you can't understand why you think this way. You know what I'm saying? But you worship money, you love money, you think you're better when you got money, all this shit. So then boom, you don't got it. You know, like a lot of black folks are out here, you struggling. You know what I'm saying? So your self worth is in the dumps because you worship money. You know, it's like people, if you don't attach your self worth to money, you'll be all right. I think every white dude's a skinhead and every black dude's a gangster. Yeah, yeah, man. But like when you attach money to your self worth, you end up with situations like this, fucked up mental health. Because when you don't got it, when you're stuck in the corner, when you can't even got two nickels to rub together, you out here fucked up. You know, living penny to penny, trying to beg, robbing people to pay Paul. When you tie money to your self worth, where's your self worth when you got $0? You know, that's why you got to have a thing that's bigger than money. You got to have a spiritual connection and some type of thing that's bigger than some damn dollar bills, some fucking paper. You know what I'm saying? If that's how you equate your worth in life, just where you at financially, then there's no surprise. There's so many fucked up mental people with mental health issues because you ain't got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you think that makes you somebody. So you walking around every day, you can't make any moves financially. You can't buy what you want. You can't buy your kids nothing. You can't, buy a fucking bus token. You feel like shit to these type of people that worship money. See, if you don't worship money, what does it matter? You know what I'm saying? There's a time when black folks didn't give a fuck about money, and now it's the complete opposite. It was a time when black, like I said, even like back in probably even I guess the slave time, when you didn't have no money, so it wasn't something that concerned you. Even like black folks historically, like you said, even in the civil rights era and all that time, it was a time where we didn't care. It was the Great Depression, all that shit. It didn't affect us. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then when they finally allowed us to, start making a dime and starting to get ahead, you know what I'm saying, through the what they call it, I forgot what they call it, that era. Damn, I forgot that era. Mm. Anyway, integration, all that, when they started integrating and then starting giving folks jobs, people were able to actually make a dime. Then we started to begin to love their wealth. Shout out to Kanye. Teach us to love their wealth and hate ourselves. Like that's the real. That's the realest of the real. They taught us to love their wealth and hate ourselves, man. You know what I'm saying? So when you put this on a pedestal and you don't have it, how do you think you feel? That's what I mean. I don't pedestalize money. I mean, for one, thank God I came up in a secured household. I had a mother and father that worked hard. Dad was a police officer, mom was a social worker. Like they made sure that we always had lights on, always had food, always just had the basic necessities. So it's like when you grow up without need, you don't worship money. You know, it's just a tool. You know, it's just something that in American society and in the world we have. You know what I'm saying? And it's a tool. You know, it's nothing more than that. Combination of the things explained, chemical manipulation on top of psychological, then think about things like the ritual the rich folks do at places like Bohemian Grove, crematation. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, man, you can't worship money. When you worship money and you think that's everything, you end up like this lady Shanita Boswell. I'm just being here. I'm just being real. Boswell, like, cause I mean, they worship money. Like they think that makes them somebody, and then they don't have it. So now, what do you think that mental is when you worship money? Like the dollar is your god. When the dollar is your god and you don't have it, you're mentally fucked. The dollar should never be your god. God is the only God. God is the Alpha and Omega. There's nothing higher. You know, this world will go on with or without you. You know what I'm saying? They put even like it's just crazy. They put $1 million bond on this bitch head. Like, you know what I'm saying? They could put I probably could have put a $5,000 bond on this bitch head. She wouldn't get out. You know what I'm saying? The bitch is impoverished, fucked up. Don't nobody probably love her. She's abandoned. You know what I'm saying? Like she out here walking on the streets on her own with a fucking bloody hand and shit. Like, where's her family? Where's her support system? You know what I'm saying? Like everybody wants to blame the white man, but the white man the only one there to fucking save you and help your ass out and give you assistance, and you stab him. You're a worthless bitch. You know what I'm saying? Let's be real. Like a lot of these black culture is a bunch of worthless motherfuckers. And I'm gonna keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? They love to complain about motherfuckers and all this shit in the system and all this systemic racism. But motherfucker, industrial revolution and the it's not suffrages for women's rights. It was Reconstruction. Reconstruction, my bad, it's Reconstruction. But yeah, man, the white man here to fucking scrape your weird, crazy ass off the goddamn highway, walking around bloody and shit, looking a goddamn hot mess and a fool, mental health fucked up, and you stab him. Like, where's the black people coming to put a band-aid on your fucking cut ass hand and help you out mentally, nigga? Where's your family? Where's your black support system in Kansas City to come and pick you up off the highway, help you clean your life up and help your ass out? It's not there, right? Exactly. Like motherfucking white man there to help your ass. And we love to goddamn make excuses and shit. We love to goddamn act like it isn't what it is, but it is. You know what I'm saying? Like talk shit, all this shit, and the white system is there to help your ass out, pat you up, take you to the hospital, make sure you fine. And what you do, you lash out and kill somebody. So like I'm glad that they didn't let her escape with any type of mental health shit. I'm glad they threw the book at her. Murder one. You know what I'm saying? Murder one, baby. Nah, I'm just upset, Wilbert. You know, it's hard. It's hard to complete a sentence. You know, I can. Of course I can. I'm educated, but it's like I'm very upset about the situation. If you want me to, I can continue to go in without using profanity. It's no issue. Yeah, man. First Amendment. Yeah. I mean, people gonna take offense. There were studies, semantics, bro. It's a good one because it has virtual output for people to learn from. If you learn about that, you can kind of figure out how music plays its true role in culture. Yeah. No, I have not studied semantics. I might need to. Definitely need to because music does play a huge role. But yeah, man, I don't have to use profanity to get my words and things across, man. It's easy as pie, man. I'm just very upset by the status of black folks in America. You know, all the setbacks, pitfalls, mental health issues, just things that we cry about and complain about in America. I'm sick of it. To be honest, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of women like this. Like I said, ghetto black women with no purpose in life. I'm sick of the thugs and the demon time gangsters with guns and switches and 223s and big old guns. And it just pisses me off, man. It makes me want to use profane language. In TNP, we don't have no issues or qualms using profanity. You know, it's just words. Try not to be offended by them. Hit that like button.
This is a senseless act that has taken a young man from his family, friends, and co-workers and deprived our city of a dedicated firefighter who only wanted to serve and protect those in this community.
Hoffman was responding to a routine call around 1 a.m. on Sunday. He was stabbed by a patient while transporting her to a local hospital. Hoffman's partner immediately initiated a crew emergency.
In addition additional KCFD and KCPD personnel were dispatched to the scene. KCFD crews worked to save firefighter Hoffman's life while en route to North Kansas City Hospital. Life-saving efforts were performed in the emergency room, and he was placed in the ICU, where he later succumbed to his injuries.
KCFD held a procession for firefighter Hoffman Sunday afternoon at North Kansas City Hospital.
He was an excellent paramedic who treated his patients with the highest level of skill and compassion. The Kansas City Fire Department grieves with Graham's family, friends, and loved ones.
Hoffman usually worked out of KCFD.
And it is crazy. I mean, it's people with mental health issues and people crazy, you know, as they call it. We love to dismiss people and call them crazy, but it's crazy folks of all cultures and all backgrounds. It's bad folks of all cultures and backgrounds. You know, be 100 as that. We as do have to do better by each other, because until we learn how to conduct ourselves, we will continue to be the laughing stock of the world. Agreed, Wilbert. I actually agree. I wholeheartedly agree. Expletives and intelligence do not correspond with one another. Typically, extremely intelligent people use a lot of cuss words. Very true. I agree. I agree, man. And like I said, I'm educated. I don't, like I said, I know I don't it don't correlate to me, because like I said, hey, my vocabulary is very versed. And like I said, it's nothing with me. I just this online persona that I love to put out there. TNP, true masculinity, toxic masculinity. So we use all type of language. But I was about to say, I don't feel sorry for folks like this, man. Yeah, I don't feel sorry for stuff like this, man. Like for folks like this out there, I really don't, man. Because you made choices. She's a grown woman. I think she was 38, 39 years old. Grown women made choices. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I said, it's just a dangerous job out there when you're out here dealing with folks with mental health issues and out here dealing with, just like I said, the general public. You just don't know what you're getting into. You know, you are what you signed up for. Like he's trying to help this lady. You know what I'm saying? She's the one out there in need. Where's her, like I said, where's her support system? Why are you even having to be patched up and helped by random EMS? You know what I'm saying? Where is your family like that? And that's the problem with the black community itself. Where is her support system? Where's her family? Where's her friends? Where's her siblings? Where? You know, but and then we all, like I said, we always want to blame other folks for our issues. No, it's our problem. Y'all abandoning her. You know what I'm saying? Y'all the ones that are not there to support this lady when she's in her time of need. And then you want to make excuses. Oh, she crazy. That's all. It's crazy. Man, a lot of black folks in America are crazy, bro. You know, they're going through mental health stuff. They one situation away from snapping because they weren't given the right tools, the right support system, the right guidance to know the right from wrong and to differentiate what's going on with them mentally and have some discernment in their lives. I always want to blame somebody like children. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm glad, like I said, I was raised to just have accountability. Accountability. It's easy. You know what I'm saying? You have accountability for your actions. The things you do, you're responsible for. The actions, the choices that you make, you're responsible for. Account for them. Don't play the blame game. Don't eschew your responsibility of things that you've done. Don't displace your anger of your setbacks in your life and things that you did. Don't displace that anger on anybody else. That's you. Eat that. Ride with that. You know what I'm saying? That's how you build. That's how you build a tougher callus mentally. That's why you don't. You know what I'm saying? When you get to displacing stuff and blaming, playing the blame game, and things ain't your fault. That's when you end up like this woman. I wonder what she gonna say to excuse her actions as to why she did it. I really want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? What kind of drugs did you take? What kind of excuses you gonna make as to why you claim this man's life? So yeah, I don't, like I said, I got no excuses for folks, man. I lose all respect for a lot of folks, man, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Just even with the Austin Metcalf stuff, everybody was, this, that, the third, like this, he should have stabbed on that. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Like, we gotta stop doing all this, bro. All this damn violence, senseless violence for no reason. Stop it. Stop it, bro. Like I said, I realized a long time ago, and I've seen white folks talking crazy online as far as they ready for some racial war to kick off, man. And me personally, I want to do everything in my powers and my voice. Yep, let my voice be heard to quell any of that, man. To let them know it's reasonable folks out here, man. Everybody ain't out here degenerates, bro. It's people out here that see it just like how you see it. It's people that's out here disgusted with a lot of the things that from their own community. It's people out here that literally move thousands of miles away just to get away from ratchetness and are thriving, are actually living a more peaceful life when they got away from their own kind. Because like I said, y'all not the ones that's in trouble. I just want to make that thoroughly clear. White folks, y'all not the one in trouble. Look at the stats. Look at the stats. Look at the black on black crime. Look at the black on white crime. Look at the stats. Look at the white on black crime. We're not in trouble from y'all. Y'all not in fear or in trouble from us, even though the media is going to pick this stuff up and run with it and make it connect us to the Austin Metcalf and do all the dang things they're going to do to make it seem like it's a race war bubbling and brewing in America, even though it's not. The biggest issue is genocide amongst blacks. Look at the numbers. They're staggering. We're on 13%. The numbers are staggering. But they, the powers that be, the propaganda, they're gonna definitely try to run with this and make this look like it's bigger than it is, even though stuff like this should not happen. But it's sickening, man. Truly, truly sickening, man. But I said 10P, we always gonna report on it. We're gonna keep it 100. We ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna sit here. That's what we're not gonna do. We're not gonna play the blame game. We're not gonna excuse deplorable behavior amongst our community just because we're black. We're not gonna circle the wagon on degeneracy. I'm gonna call it out. I don't care. Call me whatever you want me to call me. Sambo, Uncle Ruckus, Coon, Uncle Tom. I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? Because I can take that. Because I know I'm telling the truth. That's why it offends your sensitivities. That's why black folks hate to hear me talk like this, because I am telling the family secrets. I don't care. I'm not excusing it. I'm not excusing it. And I'm keeping it real. Like I said, white folks ain't got nothing to worry about when it comes to black folks. It's black folks. We got to worry about each other. We got to keep, make sure we don't turn our backs to the next nigga so we don't get stabbed in the back, man. So yeah, man, it's just something that we as black folks we just got to deal with. It's something, like I said, I did the best thing I did for myself is move away from high concentrations of black folks in America, man. I'm done with it. Because I'm done with people with no accountability. Like, look at this, like what can you possibly say after why you did this? And that's how I don't got time for nigga moments. Shout out to Boondocks. I don't got time for people that got the blame game to play for why their lives suck. You know what I'm saying? That try to excuse behavior. Violent, degenerate, deplorable behavior. I can't, life's too short to be around people that are ignorant. You know what I'm saying? Like, life's too short to be around people that don't value themselves. Life's too short to be around people that don't have accountability and don't have any discernment for their actions, that don't care for themselves or others. Because, like I said, if you don't care for yourself, if you out here looking like a crackhead, crazy hair all fucking torn up, cuts and shit, you don't care about it. Like, just like her, she don't care about herself. Look at her pictures. She don't care about herself. So what make you think she's gonna care about somebody else that actually has something to lose, actually wants to go home, that's trying their best to do their job to the best of their ability, that didn't deserve what happened to him? So what's she gonna say to excuse this shit? What can she say? What can she possibly say to have an excuse to why she stabbed this man that tried to give her aid in an ambulance? What do you have to say? So I'm sure black folks gonna have some type of excuse for her. She crazy. She probably got mental health. No, I don't care. Put her in shoot the needle. Maybe that'll wake her up. Hit that needle in that arm. Maybe that'll wake her up and jar that mental health, that poor mental health about your system. And it did. I don't feel sorry for you. Not one bit. Not one bit. I feel sorry for this man losing his life. Just trying to go to work, make $1, and give back and serve and protect and help folks that are in need of aid and assistance health wise. So yeah, man, what can you do, man? But like I said, I'm about to get up out of here, man. I just gave my 2 cents. Appreciate y'all tuning in, tapping in with TNP today, man. It's been all love. Go ahead and finish off this damn work tonight, man. But yeah, senseless violence gotta stop, dude.
Station number 42, but was working overtime Sunday morning when he was fatally stabbed.
This should not have happened. There are a lot of things that have happened since I became mayor a few years ago. I never expected a line of duty death like this one. You never expect a violent criminal incident to bring this amount of pain to a community and a family.
Anybody want to donate to the TNP? It's $Toxic Masculinity Podcast on Cash App. Once again, not podcast, it's $Toxic Masculinity POD. That's $Toxic Masculinity POD. And we coming with some more ish, we coming with some, hard hitting situations like this, and like I said, hopefully things like this can calm down and cool down a little bit, man. These racial tensions going on in America is not needed right now, man, because a lot of folks, they believe the propaganda that's being spewed at them online, and we don't want people out here acting reckless and trying to lash out against, racially against folks who commit hate crimes, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't want that, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, show some love on that Cash App if you feel so inclined to, but man, we don't want this. We don't want a race war. You know what I'm saying? We want to be able to coexist out here. We want to be able to love each other. We want to be Christians. We claim to be a Christian a nation. A melting pot. We claim to be above race and a post-racial society. Man, let's show that. You know what I'm saying? Let's not allow the random people who don't care about life, the devils, the bad. It's good versus bad. It's good versus evil out here. You know what I'm saying? It's not race. It's not race, man. It's good versus evil, man. It's bad people in all creeds and colors, man. So let's not allow the actions of a few who don't care about themselves, don't care about others, who are just, live wires, just you know what I'm saying, just out of control people. Let's not allow them to depict something that's not going on. It's really not an issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the tragedy. Let's just keep it at that. And let's really work. Let's say the best thing I do is lock some of these motherfuckers up. That's what I mean. Excuse my friend. That's the best thing we can do is lock some of these people up. Get some of these mental wards back open. Get some of these folks, get them some real help. And like I said, some folks, they really need some training too. Like, get some folks some actual talk therapy, some training, some type of help and assistance as to what, how to operate in life, because you making bad decisions and you suffering from them later on in life. Folks are just making bad decisions early in life, and by the time they're suffering from them, by the time they get about 30s and 40s, they're suffering from mental health and depression from setbacks and regret. You know what I'm saying? And nobody wants to deal with folks like this. Like, we got to do something where we can separate these type of people from society, because it's getting old. It's getting old. The same old stuff's getting old, man. Senseless violence, it's getting old. So, man, I appreciate y'all tuning in. It's TNP. Donated that Cash App, $ Toxic Masculinity POD. So some love on that Cash App. Y'all have a good morning. Shit, hey, it's peace and hair grease, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in. It's all love. Like I said, tune into the podcast later on, man. We streaming all the time, man. It's all love. But yeah, this was definitely senseless violence.
During a news conference Sunday afternoon, city leaders promised to support Hoffman's family as they navigate this unimaginable loss.
There will be many steps ahead as we evaluate what happened, as we review what occurred, as we address whatever needs to happen in the future. But today, I'm focused on grieving for his mother, his father, his sibling, his family, and everyone in the KCFD family. We know that we will stand with them not just today, but well into the future.
A criminal history check of Shanita Basel shows that she was arrested and charged with assault in the second degree and resisting arrest. Last week, she's accused of biting a police officer on April 23rd. She posted bond on April 25th. Tonight, though, she is in law enforcement custody, and Shannon, she's being held on $1 million bond. Lexi Frank.
$1 million bond, man. But yeah, man, I'm gonna get up out of here, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in to TNP, man. We gotta say I've been called to task to hand out this game to the, you know what I'm saying, to the people out there, to the listeners. So I don't mind. I do not mind, man. The weight is heavy, the crown is heavy, but somebody got to do it. Somebody got to speak the truth. Somebody got to speak these real factual opinions out here, man. That's supposed to just regurgitated nonsense, liberalism, leftist, crazy bullcrap excuses. That don't get nothing done. So I say appreciate y'all, man. TNP, hold it down. Peace. Subscribe.